Hey, so I've been doing some test fitting, I guess, dry fitting. Everything seems to be lining up nice. The cockpit looks good. This is all going to sit nice once I'm able to put it all together. None of this is together right now, but I've even gone ahead and started fitting other pieces that are going to go on afterwards. Once the two halves are together. Oh, there's so many pieces to go on here. But I'm getting ahead of, I guess, everything really, because at this point, like once I have everything prepped, there's not a lot else I'm going to be able to do. As I've got the next step really is to put the nose together and then put the upper and lower halves together, the main airframe. But I can't do that yet because I've ordered a set of seamless intakes and they haven't come yet. So, I mean, once I have everything prepped until those intakes come, I'll be pretty much at a standstill. I think maybe at that point I might do the landing gear, maybe. We'll see. I haven't really decided yet, but we'll see. But yeah, no, everything seems to fit nice so far. I don't think I'll have anything really to worry about when I do put this together. Like for this nose piece here, this seam here, once it's together, I'm going to get rid of that. This seam, I'll get rid of that, so you won't notice it because that's not on the real airplane. So yeah, I'll try to get rid of most of that, but yeah, I know this thing looks real good. I've also gone ahead and sprayed the inside along the gear bay. It does have to be weathered still, so I may end up doing that yet, but I don't know. So the pieces that I'll be replacing are these. Let's get some stuff out of the way here so you can see. These are the intake tubes. They're two-piece. Well, this is one piece, but it's got the bottom halves of the right and left side, and then the upper half of the right and left side of the intakes. And what ends up happening with these is when you put them together and put them onto the airplane, you look up into the intake tube, you can see the seam line in there, and it looks out of place. I've been able to, on other builds, specifically my 148 Kinetics, I found a way where I could almost completely eliminate the seam on a two-piece. Just by the way that I run the paint in it. You can still see it's in there. It's hard to putty it because of trying to get something in there to sand it down to make it smooth. It's difficult, so the best case, or the best solution, I guess, would be to use a seamless set. And they're just a one-piece tube. Both sides are one piece. There's no seam down it. They slide right in. They slot in. Some of them have the intake piece itself. I guess the inlet hole, plus the side skirt off of the side of it that goes against the fuselage. Some of them have that piece. Others is just the intake tube itself, and you still use the kit inlet. But either way, these ones are one solid piece. I've used them on my other 1/32 scale plane. They look really nice. So yeah, waiting for those to come. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and detail all of these little pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and paint those up, make them look like they're made of metal instead of plastic. I'll paint the control, the cursor dot, the trigger button, all of that stuff will be painted, same with the throttle. All of that's going to be painted up and detailed. So I'll get ready and get started on that. All right, This part's hard. So I'm going to try to paint the smallest of details into the stick. There's a couple of spots that I need to paint white, a couple that I need to paint red, and then I need to paint the whole thing NATO black, get rid of some of the shininess on it, it'll dull it down a little bit, and then because these are still in primer, and then I'll go ahead and dry brush it all in a metallic, probably a metallic black, to bring out all the edges of the metal parts or the carbon parts. Yeah, I have metallic black that I'll use. Gunmetal, because it's a little bit darker of a metallic than like a silver or aluminum or steel. So I thought I'd try that. And then for the rest of it, I have red, white, and NATO black for the whole thing. So what I think I'm going to do, and I've already shaken the shit out of these off camera, is I'm going to take some of the white, I'll just put like a couple of dabs in there, and I'm going to take a super fine brush, and I'm just going to try to get paint on and around the far right hand side dot, and it doesn't have to be thick because it's not a super bright paint on it, or a super bright color on it, but I do need to get the white part around it, which I will go, and this is why I'm doing this first instead of the black. I'll go over it with the black afterwards and try to tidy it up, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I want that whole circle painted. Okay, so, and I'm not going to make it darker than, or sorry, brighter than that. It's about as white as I want it, so what I'm going to end up doing now, I'll let this dry, and I'll go over some of this outside of the of that circle piece that's on there with NATO black. I'll go over the whole thing with NATO black now. Tidy that up, and I'll even on the tip of the dot that's on this thing, I'll paint that tip a little black. So the idea here is just to kind of get the outline little circle white and the rest of it not. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so I've already gone over, I've painted the red and the white in on both of them. I've also already gone over with a gunmetal dry brush to bring out the accents of the metal, or I guess whatever kind of carbon that they're made out of. So what I'm going to do now is just blacken it back up a little bit. We're going to take black metallic really lightly and go back over. It'll keep it shine, it'll keep its color, it'll just darken it a little bit. Remember too, well, I don't know if I did that on camera or not, but these are two-piece sticks. There's an upper and a lower half. You can't even tell that they were two-piece. There, I think that looks pretty good. Put a dull coat on that, so it'll get rid of the shine. It'll look flat. Nice. You can see the red. You can see the different color of black. The cursor. Oh, that's beautiful.